gone before. Helping others become free. I'll do my part, just let it start with me. Building bridges from hand to hand and heart to heart. If I can, I want to be a leader, like those people who have gone before. Helping others become free. I'll do my part, just let it start with me. Building bridges from hand to hand and heart to heart. There's a land that you and I can live in, past the mountains keeping us apart. We can get there just by building bridges from hand to hand and heart to heart. If I can, I want to be a leader, like those people who have gone before. Helping others become free. I do my part, just let it start with me. Building bridges from hand to hand and heart to heart.
I agree with what she's doing. That's a good idea.
I do too.
Big or small, short or tall, I'll help you today. Big or small, short or tall, I'm on my way. Big or small, short or tall, I'll help you today. Big or small, short or tall, I'm on my way. Big or small, short or tall, I'll help you today. Big or small, short or tall.
Hi everybody, I'm Michael Cotter. I'm director of Blue Sky Puppet Theater, and I want to thank you so much for joining us today. First, I want to thank all the great folks at Franklin Park Arts Center. What a great group of people they are, and a wonderful friend of the artists they are, particularly Elizabeth Bracey. Thank you, Elizabeth. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a guided drawing, so go get 2 pieces of paper and a pencil, or if you want to, you can bring a little drawing book. So I'm just going to kind of, give you a little time to go get a piece of paper and pencil. And this is for adults as well as for kids. So adults, have some fun with this thing today. This is a drawing book that I use a lot of times, and I recommend this kind of thing for adults and kids, because a long time ago I used to do drawing books like this, but then everything that went into it had to be precious. And now all it is just ideas. And one of the things I show kids sometimes, what I do, this book is I just tear out a piece of paper because it's not precious. It's just ideas that I can use. So we're going to get started. Has everybody got a pencil? Everybody got 2 pieces of paper, or 1, or a drawing book? All right. Now I'm going to do a drawing of a character, Br'er Rabbit. Now, I hadn't heard about Br'er Rabbit until several years ago. I mean, I knew who he was, but I hadn't really heard good stories about him. And I learned that he was kind of a cousin to Coyote from the American Southwest and Latin America. And Rabbit was all through the American South. And he is a trickster. And he has some great stories around him. The person I heard about him first through was this woman right here, Jackie Torrance. And I went and saw her do a storytelling thing one night, and it was like, wow, that was really great, and it got me interested in it. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to start by drawing 2 little circles. Now, first I'm going to draw a piece of paper here, just so that you can see how big you want to be on your paper. So if you draw really little, then your character is going to be really little. But if you draw too big, that's going to be too big. So first thing, on a second piece of paper, just draw a circle. Just practice drawing a circle so that it gets kind of round. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put a second circle right next to it like that. That's the practice. That's where we're going to start. Okay, so we're going to start and put two circles right next to each other, right like that. Okay? It looks like glasses or something, doesn't it? Oh, that's a good one. Very good. All right, now, what we're going to do is we're going to do an upside down letter U. So on your second piece of paper, you can just make an upside down like U and practice that once or twice. Now, here you go. I'm going to do it here. Okay, there's my upside down U. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a right side up U like that. You can try it on your side paper a couple of times. There we go. All right. Now, I'm going to do it right here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make the letter M. All right, we're going to go like this. It looks like two mountains. All right. Jeannie, I know that you can do this. Go ahead, draw. All right, so draw it, and now do a couple of M's if you want to, and then we're going to put the letter M right here like this. All right. Now, we're going to just make a kind of like a circle or a little bit of a trapezoid if you'd like to, like this, or a triangle, and we're going to put that right in here like this. All right, you got it? Now what we're going to do is we are going to make a sidewise letter E, but sideways, like this. So if it was a capital letter, it would be like this. We're going to do it sideways. And this is going to come right down here, and that's going to be his teeth. Yeah. And now we're going to, let's put in some eyes. Now you can make crazy eyes like this if you wanted to. I prefer just having him looking in a direction. So maybe he's going to look straight at us. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little dots all around his in his circles. Yeah, you can put like a 10 or 12 dots in each one of the circles. Those are his freckles. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pen and just go 3 little quick lines. 1, 2, 3. Those are whiskers. Okay. Now if I hadn't shaved this morning, you'd be seeing my whiskers. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make these big triangles like this, a big angle like that. You can try once or twice if you'd like to. Big angles like that. So now I'm going to go and do one of those on one side like that. And now I'm going to do one on the other side like that. Okay? Now I'm going to do a second one inside of it like that and like that. Go ahead. I'll give you some time till I add the next thing in. Ooh, that one is really good. Kathy, I knew you could do this. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to just fill in this. This is the inside of his ear, so I'm just going to kind of fill it in, make it a little darker in there. Okay, yeah, that looks good. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another littler up right side up U. I'm going to put it right here, little upside U. And then I'm going to make a sideways letter C like that. Now I'm going to make the letter C right here. All right, now we're getting there. Now look, there's Br'er Rabbit. Now I'm going to do a shape here that you can copy. Go like this and like that. It's like the big letter V. If I was going to make a V, if I was going to do cursive V, it would look like that. Some of you know what cursive is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in. Go ahead, you can do it. And go like that. So that's his arm coming up. And now I'm just going to go make a line down here and go like that. And I'm going to go on the other side like this. I hope I'm not moving too fast for anybody. So now we've got his shirt. We got to put in his hands now. Let's see, hands could look like a thumb and 2 fingers. A lot of times the Simpsons are just 3 fingers like that. So I'm going to do a thumb and 2 fingers on that side. A thumb, 2 fingers on that side. Yeah. All right, now we're going to do his pants. So now we're going to go and drop down like this on this side. I'm going to come down on this side. I'm going to make a little line down the middle. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, now I'm going to make like 2 little loaves of bread. If I was going to make like a loaf of bread like that, those are going to be his shoes. All right, there you go. Now, I don't want him just to be standing up in the middle of air or anything. So I'm going to give him something to stand on. So I'm going to give him a little background, give him a little shadow. Okay, maybe give him a little fancy shoes. It's got wingtips. And now one of the things that I like to do is put something on his shirt. And this could be anything you want. I like to draw something little character for him where I like to put a question mark and then an exclamation point. That's the way I like to draw him. But you put in anything you want. So for me, it's like, it's not just like, what? It's like, what? He's like a character. What? No. What? That's Br'er Rabbit to me. Now here's one of the fun parts about this. You can go and give yourself a caption here. So let's see, it would be, for me, I'd do something for you guys like, hi. What do you think? What should I write? Hi who? How about, I'm just going to do an abbreviation. Franklin Park, right? Art Center. Now, if you have never been to Franklin Park Art Center, do yourself a favor. For you people who might not know, it's in Purcellville in Loudoun County, and it is the most beautiful place almost I've ever been for a park and a performing arts center. There is, I would guess, 1,000 acres there. They have frisbee discs. They have a pond with birds in it. They have like tennis courts and ball fields, but they also have this beautiful performing arts center with full lighting and sound system. 200 people in a rake, and we performed there many times. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down, and I'm going to tell you a story. All right, you guys ready to hear a story? Now, some people say, Michael, you're with Blue Sky Puppet Theater. Why wouldn't you show us puppets? And I said, well, for me, the story is more important than the puppet. So, like, you can have $1 million puppet and a terrible show. Or you can draw on your hand and have a great show. It's all about the story. And I love the stories of Br'er Rabbit. And sometimes I just don't like carrying all the puppets around. So I like to tell the story. You can like 2 different things. I love performing with puppets and puppetry and Blue Sky Puppet Theater for the last 46 years. This May 24th is our 46th anniversary. We perform in elementary schools, nursery schools, libraries, community centers. Just about anybody will hire us. So here comes the story. You ready? Ready to have some fun? Oh, I got to tell you something about this story. This is part of the folk tradition, is to tell a story that somebody else has told. Now, I heard Jackie Torrance, this woman, tell that story, the story I'm going to tell you, many years ago. And then I started telling it, and I made it my own. I put in stuff that she didn't put into it, and I want to challenge you, kids and adults, to tell this story to somebody else. That's the folk tradition. A year or so ago, I went back and looked in her book, and my story was like this, and her story was like this. You know, I had changed, and I went, oh my goodness, look what I did to her story. And yeah, I want you to do the same thing. And I got to tell you a little story before I get started. So I'm told this story at a workshop I do at Strathmore Performing Arts Center. And I had this group of 5th graders, and I challenged them to tell the story the next day in class. First, go home and tell somebody the story. Tell it at your dinner table for your family. And the next day, this kid comes back. His name was Jabari. He comes back and said, Mr. C, that's what they call him, Mr. C. I said, Mr. C, can I tell the story to the class? And I went, oh my gosh, what have I done? And this is going to be awful. He's going to be waffling all over the place. We're going to be sitting there looking at my watch, wasting time. And I said, sure, Jabari, go up. I said we could do it. Go ahead and do it. And he got up there. This little boy told the story better than I did. And it was like, Jabari, I don't think that's right. You shouldn't tell this story better than I did. And it just shows you the tradition. The kids can do it, adults can do it. And he made the story better than I did. I wonder what happened to Jabari. I'd love to see him again. Okay, you ready? If you want to, you can draw during this and doodle and have whatever. That's what I'd be doing, doodling during it. Okay, here we go. This is a story of how Br'er Rabbit got his human being house. Well, I was walking down the street one day in downtown Purcellville, and I saw this brand new house right there on the side, on the street. And it was like, oh, where'd that come from? And it had a sign on the front that went, welcome, welcome, flashing. So I said, well, they want me to go up and introduce myself. So I went up and I knocked on the door, and pretty soon the door opened. And I think you're going to guess who came to the door. Br'er Rabbit came to the door. And I said, Br'er Rabbit? I thought you lived in a briar patch in the woods. How'd you get a human being house? He said, you want to know how I got it? And I said, I just asked you, didn't I? He said, okay. I was lying up in the briar patch during the wintertime, and one day it started pouring down rain. And before you know it, I was soaking. Now, I forgot to tell you, this got some audience participation in this story. So you know what word goes in there. So I want everybody to put it in there. When I go soaking, you put in wet. Because, okay, ready? Here we go. Before you know it, I was soaking.
Wet.
That wasn't everybody. That was like 4 or 5 people. Come on, loosen up a little bit. Have some fun here. Are you ready? Here we go. One more time. Before you know it, I was soaking wet. That's right. And then the cold wind started blowing in. And before you know it, I was freezing cold. That's right. That's very good. All right. That wasn't everybody, though. Let's try it again. Before you know it, I was freezing
cold.
All right, now. And I looked across the street, and I saw all these human being houses. I said, not one of those human beings is soaking wet. Not one of those human beings is freezing cold. Why am I living in a briar patch if I could be living in a human being house? But how am I going to get a human being house? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to trick all the animals into building one for me. So I put up some signs that said, free hot dogs. Now raise your hand if you like hot dogs. Yeah, okay, I can see a few people like hot dogs. That's right. Now, but do you like hot dogs well enough to climb into a trash can for them? Or into a dumpster? I doubt it. But animals do. They love them that much. They climb into dumpsters and trash cans. And when I put up the sign, free hot dogs, they all knew they didn't have to do dumpster diving. So they all showed up, and pretty soon they all going clamoring. They said, Br'er Rabbit, what about these free hot dogs? And I said, hold on. How many of you animals are sick and tired of being soaking wet? And they all went like that. And I said, how many of you animals are sick and tired of being freezing cold? And they all went like that. And I said, we are going to together build a human being house. And we're all going to live in it in peace and love and happiness. Those are beautiful words, aren't they? Let's everybody say them. Here we go. All together. Come on, let's go. Peace and love and happiness. They're so beautiful. Let's say them with our eyes closed. Here we go. Peace and love and happiness. Well, the bear didn't buy this for 1 second. He's going to come up to me and goes, I don't think so, Br'er Rabbit. I said, what's your biggest problem, Mr. Bear? What is this? He said, you have tricked us so many times that I'm not going to fall for it again. I said, Mr. Bear, I know you got that problem, but what's your biggest problem? He says, I don't know how to build a human being house. And I said, Mr. Bear, have you ever seen a human being who's as strong as you are? And that got him going. He stood up big and strong, and he took his fist and he goes, boom, boom. Everybody try that. Here we go. Boom, boom, and said, nobody's as strong as I am. Everybody try that. Come on, here we go. Boom, boom. Nobody's as strong as I am. Oh, that was a good one. Woo! Woo, almost got me scared. And then I said to the fox, I said, Miss Fox, have you ever seen a human being who is as smart as you are? And that got the fox going. She went, nobody's as smart as I am. Everybody try that. Nobody's as smart as I am. And then I said to the snake, I said, Miss Snake, have you ever seen a human being get out of a tight place as well as you can? And the snake went, tss. Everybody try that. Tss. And then I said to the chipmunk, I said, Miss Chipmunk, have you ever seen a human being who was as cute as you are? And the chipmunk went, nobody's as cute as I am. Come on, everybody try that. Have some fun. Nobody's as cute as I am. And I said, that's all you have to do to be successful in the human being world, is to be stronger than somebody, smarter than somebody, cuter than somebody, and be able to get out of tight places. Sounds about right, doesn't it, adults? Yeah, you can nod your heads, go like that. Yeah, that's about right, Mr. C. All right, and then so the bear comes up and he goes, oh, I don't trust you for 1 second, Br'er Rabbit. But I do like the idea of not being wet and cold, so what do we got to do? And I said, All you gotta do is go out there and pick up all the stuff that the human beings are throwing away. Raise your hand, everybody, if you've seen a pile of lumber on the side of the road. How about a refrigerator, a stove, microwaves, TVs, computers, everything? The human beings are just throwing it away. Go get it. Well, pretty soon, here comes the bear. And he's got this big silver box on his back. And he funks it down on the ground. And we all gather around. He said, where'd that come from? It fell off a truck over there on Route 15. I don't think they're going to miss it. But look at this. And it had 3 handles. And he pulls on the first handle, and this white stuff comes out. It's delicious! Guess what he had found? Anybody? Guess. That's right. A soft ice cream machine. And guess what that white stuff was? That's right. Vanilla ice cream. But there was 3 handles. And what do you think came out of the second one? That's right. Chocolate soft ice cream. And the third handle, strawberry. Well, that caused a big riot. And as all the animals started gathering, I said, hold on. This is for the housewarming party. We're not going to have any of this until the housewarming gets built. That got them going. They all started banging, lickety-split. They had the whole house finished. And it was beautiful. Cathedral ceilings, oak floors, drywall. Everybody been throwing this stuff away. And so we're having a final time. We're dancing, raising up the roof, and all of a sudden, there was a terrible noise out on the front porch. It was a scratching and a growl, and it was, oh. And I went over very cautiously to the front door, and I opened it up. Oh, no. It was not 1, not 2 or 3, but 5 of the nastiest looking wolves you have ever seen. These guys had scars across their face and missing eyes, broken teeth, tattoos up and down their necks. They had baggy pants, and they were nasty. Smelled bad. Ooh. And then one of them says, "Hey, Br'er Rabbit, I understand that we're all going to live in peace and something else, and that you have a soft ice cream machine. Aren't you going to invite us in?" And I went, "Oh, I don't know." And then just like that, all 5 of them came in. And then one of the wolves went right over the soft ice cream machine and put his mouth right on the nozzle. And all the animals going, "Oh, no." And the chipmunk says, "Nothing's cute about this." And the snake got up inside the sofa and the springs and hid. And the bear came up to me and he goes, "Br'er Rabbit, I know you're going to trick us, so trick them instead." And I went, "I might be able to do that, but I'm going to need some supplies." He said, "What do you need?" And I said, "Well, the first thing I'm going to need is a firecracker." Now, everybody out there, hold up your pinky finger, go like that. That's right. Now, you kids don't look like, and none of you adults look like you come from South Carolina, so you might not know what a firecracker sounds like. It sounds like this. Everybody try that. Go ahead. Oh, you can do better than that. Come on. That's right. Well, first thing is what? Firecracker. The second thing you need is a paper bag. And we're going to fill up this paper bag we're going to blow into it like this. Everybody blow a paper bag. Now, kids, if you're sitting there with your parents, adults, if you blow up a paper bag and popped it when you were a kid, raise your hand. You don't have to do it more than once, but it's fun, isn't it? Kids, try it sometime. All right, here we go. We're going to blow it up and give it a big pow. Here you go. Ready? Okay, ready? Here we go. Pow! That was a good one. Okay. Now the first thing is what? Firecracker. Second thing is a paper bag. The third thing I'm going to need is a bathtub filled with 499 gallons of water. How many gallons of water, everybody? 499 gallons. That's right. And it sounds like this. Splish, splash. How does it sound, everybody? Splish, splash. Now somebody here is going to say, "Br'er Rabbit, what'd you do with all that stuff?" I knew somebody's going to. Go ahead. You can all say it. "Br'er Rabbit, what'd you do?" That's right. Okay, I'll tell you if you insist. Okay, here we go. So all the animals are getting real cautious now because the wolves are looking around like they see some snacks with 4 legs on them. and I go up and I go, "I got an announcement. I'm tired. I think I'm going to go up to my bedroom." Well, the wolves could have cared less if I was going to go up to my bedroom, so they all went, "Go ahead on up there then, Br'er Rabbit." Everybody, this is fun to do. Everybody try it. Make your hands like little gnarly little claws and go, Go ahead on and say it like that. Like this. Here we go. Go ahead on up there, then, Rabbit. Come on, I didn't hear everybody. Come on, everybody do it. Here we go. Go ahead on up there, then, Br'er Rabbit. So I went on up to my bedroom, and I went into my bedroom, and I went, oh, awful tired. Think I'm going to have to sit on my chair. Well, the wolves could have cared less if I was going to sit in my chair. So they all went, go ahead and sit on your chair, then, Br'er Rabbit. Come on, everybody try it. Go ahead and sit on your chair, then, Br'er Rabbit. Did I sit on my chair? No. I took out the what? That's right, the firecracker, and I lit it, and I tossed it up in the air out in the hallway. Now, outside, a firecracker sounds like this. But inside, it sounds about 100 times louder than that. When you got new oak floors and drywall, it sounded like this. No, it was a lot louder than that. Come on, everybody do it. Just have some fun. Here we go. Here. Oh, my goodness. All the wolves start running around. What was that noise? That was Br'er Rabbit sitting on his chair up in his bedroom. And whoa, he makes a terrible lot of noise. And I went, man, this chair's too hard. I think I'll have to lay down in my bed. Well, the wolves could have cared less if I was going to lay down in my bed. So they all went, go ahead and lay on your bed then, Br'er Rabbit. Come on, everybody, here we go. You know how this goes now. Go ahead and lay on your bed, Br'er Rabbit. Did I lay on my bed? No. I took out the what? That's right. I took out the paper bag. Okay, everybody blow it up. Here we go. Let's give it big pow. Ready? Pow! Oh, man, it shook every window in all Loudoun County, Ashburn, Dulles, everywhere, downtown Georgetown. They started scrambling the jets down to Andrews Air Force Base. They didn't know what had happened. All the wolves were going, oh, what was that? Oh, that was Br'er Rabbit laying on his bed. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. And I went, man, it's awful dusty up here. I think I'm going to have to sneeze. Well, the wolves went. And they all went, go ahead and sneeze then, Br'er Rabbit. Everybody try that. Go ahead and sneeze then, Br'er Rabbit. And I went, ah, ah, ah. Everybody, here we go. Everybody give a big achoo. Here we go. Here we go. What? Achoo! And then, and all, whoa! But the thing that wolves didn't understand was what was my third thing I had? Bathtub. Full of how many gallons of water? 499 gallons of water. And how's it sound? Splish, splash. So I got up to the top of the stairs when I started that achoo, and I got up there where they could not see me, and I turned over that bathtub full of 499 gallons of water. Guess how many gallons of water came down those stairs? Come on, that's a good guess. No. Yeah, 499 gallons of water came down. Now, I don't know about you kids, I don't know about any of you adults, but if I was at a party and somebody at the top of the stairs just sneezed and 499 gallons of water came down the stairs, I, for one, would go, ew. But it sounded more like this because the whole house is full of animals. Everybody do it. Everybody go, ew. Here we go, ew. Then all of a sudden, one of the wolves goes, you know, I think I may have left the lights on in my den. I'll be right back. And he starts heading for the door. And one of these other wolves, he goes, man, that guy doesn't have any lights in his... Oh, yeah, right. I think I may have left the fire under my tea kettle. I'll be right back. And he starts heading for the door. One of the other wolves who wasn't so brave goes, I'm getting out of here, and starts heading for the door. Well, the next thing I know, all 5 wolves have gotten stuck in the door. And you can see them, they're all like this. And I could know this could get ugly if I leave this here. So I put a big X on the back side of one of the wolves' butts. I gave them a big pop, and they all went flying outside. And they're running and running. We'll be right back, Br'er Rabbit. We'll be right back. We want to live in peace and love and something else. Do you think any of those wolves have ever come back? No. And that's how we got our human being house. And all the animals are living in it with me for a little while until I tricked them. In what? Everybody? Peace and love and happiness. And that is a true story about Br'er Rabbit and how he got his human being house. Thank you, everybody. I'm Michael Cotter, director of Blue Sky Puppet Theater. And once again, I just want to thank the terrific people at the Franklin Parks Arts Center, particularly Elizabeth Bracey, for the work they do to support artists in the community. And if you've never been there, go visit it, particularly when it opens up. But you can just drive around the park probably. It is beautiful. Makes the Kennedy Center look like, what? All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Bye-bye, everybody.